Have you noticed any changes in the popularity and sentiment towards advising over the past few years, or even longer? The reason I ask is because we are looking for a successful founder to interview about their journey. We have spoken to 5 or 6 founders who started their companies 10 plus years ago, and almost all of them said they did not have any advisors. Perhaps it wasn't as popular back then? What kind of evolution in sentiment around advising have you seen?
I have a very biased view because I don't see the other side. My inbox is filled with companies wanting to talk to me. I receive 5 to 10 pings a day from different companies interested to engage, so my pipeline is very healthy. However, this is also due to my investment in building my brand and putting out a lot of content. People see what they don't have inside their own company and think, how can I get a piece of that? In reality, what are their options? Hire a person and hope they figure things out? Or hire someone who has already been there and done that? The problem is, the people who have been successful and have done it repeatedly may eventually find it repetitive. This is because the core problems within a specific industry are so similar in every single company. It's mind-boggling once you start seeing the patterns. For a lot of people, advising is an alternative way to build their career and to scale themselves, to help the industry as a whole. I feel good knowing that I'm not just helping one company, but instead hundreds of companies through my content, which I release through the freemium model and through monetized advising. I hope to make a big impact on the industry as a whole. That was my evolution as an operator. I felt like I couldn't do the same thing repeatedly, especially if I focused on a very specific stage in companies to deepen my expertise. However, now that platforms like LinkedIn and Reforge are coming out, founders can access the knowledge that was previously inaccessible. This is shifting the way people think about what they have within their company. They realize that it's impossible to hire for that knowledge at a full-time level because it's too specialized, too expensive, or just impossible to bring in. Instead, they can take a piece of that knowledge. If you could have somebody's brain for 1 hour a week or 0 hours a week, what would you prefer? Now, the question is what that brain can bring you and how it can make you better. I feel like this ungating of knowledge is driving the trend of wanting to have more diverse opinions at the table because it will make us better.
It definitely makes sense to me and to the whole S16 team that advising can change the trajectory of companies. That's why we are trying to promote advising among our portfolio companies and beyond through thought leadership. Of course, the Miro example is a big motivator.
I remember Andre approaching me after my keynote at a growth marketing conference in San Francisco, saying he loved what I presented and asking for help. He recognized that he didn't know everything and sought out people to teach him. It's a founder's mindset. Do you have a growth mindset and use advisors as shortcuts to grow? Or do you have a fixed mindset and assume you know everything? I think the growth mindset is what drives founders towards advisors to avoid making avoidable mistakes. You still might make mistakes, but you'll make fewer or catch them sooner before feeling the impact on the entire company.